have just 1 week left in the season.
Friday late has the best gear.
Time to put in some work. Rivet City is set to roll at the event center, starting now.
You know, I have never been to Maine. Have you?
Furthest I've ever been is New York.
Huh. Do you think it would be nice?
Yeah, get on the water. Take a
Hey, did you see the dog park over there? I did. That reminds me. Where did you find your hamster? Ooh, I went to...
Good, MP.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any destructive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Paul George.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Goga Bitadze is out there with Wendell Carter. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. And for the 76ers, they've got Joel Embiid. Paul George out there with Maxey, and it's McCain in at the 2. These teams have talent up and down the depth chart, Coach. How important is that in assembling a contender?
Well, look, it's even more important, Brian, in the regular season than it is in the playoffs. To get through a long NBA season and get yourself in good playoff position, you're going to need a lot of guys. 12, 13 guys at different points of the year are going to have to be ready to make contributions. Now, obviously, the team with the better starting 5 will have the edge, but depth can be a big factor even in the playoffs.
Now here's Suggs. Carter, high post. And Maxey over to help. Wagner for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. The mood around the team right now on cloud 9, looking for their 13th win in a row.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control. They never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
Now here's Suggs. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. And the only question for the Magic, figuring out who will initiate the offense, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they have great players who can finish plays. But the issue they ran into last playoffs was finding someone to set them up. That's something you know they need to address.
Clock at 4. Big Daddy, the pass to Maxey. The three-pointer off the mark. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Wagner. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Look, that's the readiness of Wagner. He's prepared to shoot the moment he catches the ball.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Big Daddy. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Pass to Suggs. Wagner, left side. Nails the 16-footer. Wagner's got 5.
Well, you don't often see Wagner go to the mid-range, but right there, he just took what the defense gave him.
Big Daddy, the pass to Maxey. Count it, good.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Orlando's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Wagner outside. Takes it inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
Well, once Wagner gets downhill, it's lights out.
Here's Big Daddy, defended by Wagner. Big Daddy, the pass to Maxey. And he's going for the oop here. Picked it. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning a title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning." That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Maxey. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Lots of room. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's Wagner. He's got 7. It's rebounded by George. Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out.
Now Philadelphia with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Big Daddy. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. So for the Magic, Isaac, he's checked in for Batase. Black comes in for Wagner. And Anthony subbed in for Caldwell Pope. .52 seconds left in the opening quarter. Isaac finds Suggs. Now Anthony to stop the run. And Grimes pulls it down. Philadelphia leading by 14. Here's Big Daddy. Give him 8 points now. To the inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Oubre, he's checked in for the... So both teams changing it up here.
There, no let up.
Embiid passes to George. Out left to the wing. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Pass to McCain. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Big Daddy, no good. Magic trail by 17. Setting the floor for the Magic. Isaac in at the 4 with Carter Jr. playing the 5. Then there's Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And Philadelphia has possession. After the basket by Orlando. George with the bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so Anthony will bring it up for the Magic. They trail by 18. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the Sixers.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
Houston, no good. The Sixers lead by 18. Well, this was a big summer for the on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, B.A. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason.
Philadelphia has gone 7 of 9 from three-point range so far. Down low. Here's George. It's hauled in by the Magic. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Here's Big Daddy. Following the bucket by the Magic. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Philadelphia making a change here. Maxi's checked in, and here is our race for Rookie of the Year. You can feel the excitement around this group. So much potential. What an incredible start to his rookie season. Sitting in the #1 spot right now, but I'm sure this will be an exciting rookie race.
And you know his confidence must be soaring, sitting at the top of this impressive list of young talent.
Yeah, he's a clear #1 right now. Nobody even close to passing.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie.
Well, you have to deny the entry to Wagner. He's just automatic around the rim.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's Big Daddy. 32 points for him last game against Orlando. Pass to George. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Ooh, got him with the pump fake. Savvy move there. McCain's got 5 points.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
Suggs with it. Guarded now by George. Suggs outside. Fires for 3. Joel Embiid with the board.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
George, good.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this league.
To the paint. Here's Maxey. Soft touch off the glass. Maxey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And so it's Philadelphia up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be right back.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously, first is me. Second, I'll get that to you, Ernie. Third, I'll go with our IT guy. He really surprised me. Then you, Shaq.
There's no way I'm after Ernie.
Shaq, if you want to be better.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the 76ers.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shaq?
I would agree, my brother.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paul George has been sensational.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
We've got Maxey, George out there with Joel Embiid, and it's McCain in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. The hallmark of this Orlando team, their defense, which led them to the playoffs last year, Coach.
Well, Brian, they were second in defensive rating. They've got great size. They're young and active. This is a great defensive team. And what's scary for the rest of the East, this team is still on the way up.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner, not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. On target from range.
Well, Wagner can be a scoring machine, especially when his team is doing a good job of getting him looks.
Back to Maxey. George outside. Pass to Big Daddy. The kick out to Maxey. Lets the 3 fly. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Suggs, the pass to Batadze. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Carter from outside. And another 3 for Orlando.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
And Maxey's got the ball here for Philadelphia. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game.
Yeah, just an outstanding find by Maxey. More than willing to give it up to open teammates.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Outside Carter. Pass to Batadze. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
teams making substitutions here, and timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. On the court for the Magic, the backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Franz Wagner out there with Wendell Carter. And it's Bataze in at the center position.
Nice dime from the combo guard Suggs. Excellent work setting up his teammate.
Here's Big Daddy, defended by Wagner. Big Daddy, the pass to Maxey. Here's Big Daddy. Back to Maxey. The three. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Orlando has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Bataze. Pass to Suggs. And the layup falls.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they...
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
more.
Hey, let's go. Move around. Pressure him up. Let him shoot that.
All day. Oh, that's too easy.
You got it. Come on, man. Hey, he can ball, huh? Come on, MP.
Woo! I run this.
What's up, MP? MP, you're about to go off.
Confident and ready for action, the Bulls as they headed to the locker room earlier on. The hometown crowd certain to give them a warm welcome. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Philadelphia, third best record here in the early going. And of course, Chicago, they're much further down in the standings right now.
Well, I think for the Sixers, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Look at the 76ers starting group. George is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Big Daddy. Then there's Maxey, and it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. And for the Bulls, the guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu, and it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. GA, we are right in the thick of the season. What's an overlooked challenge for these players right now?
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
Here's White. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, we know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. We'll see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Pass to White. Vucevic setting the pick for White. That one, no good. Good D by Embiid. Back to Maxey. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. outside for George. 5 to shoot. Big Daddy, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges, Philly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big 3, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Pass to Dosunmu. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. We've been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddey.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Philadelphia. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside, Maxey. The Big Daddy passes to Maxey. With the floater, it's good. Maxey's got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And here is Giddey. 8 points his last outing. His 3-pointers off the mark. Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella. Throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special talent in Embiid.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Williams, he's checked in for Vucevic. Lonzo Ball comes in for Dosunmu. And Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey. Kicks it out to Jones. A shot off that time. Some solid defense from Maxey. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 8.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
To the inside. Here's Oubre. Banked in off the glass.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now Jones. Smith with a screen on Maxey. Here's Jones. That one wide left. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. 76ers lead by 13. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with MP.
Thanks, guys. MP grew up in the Chicago area and was a star player in the Illinois high school system. talked to him about those times, and he said I made a lot of great friends on those teams, guys that will be with me for the rest of my life. I love Chicago, and the relationships I have here are bigger than anything else. He's come a long way since his high school days. Let's send it back to you guys.
Yeah, I like his appreciation for Chicago. Thank you, D.A. That's great stuff. I'm sure MP's got a lot of fans in his hometown of Chicago, and in this crowd right now cheering him on. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Embiid. Big Daddy is out there with Oubre. And it's McCain in at the point guard position. A nice shot by Embiid.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Big Daddy. He's covered by Ball. Embiid, the pass to Big Daddy. Back to Embiid. 5 on the clock. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Here's Jones. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Big Daddy. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Big Daddy's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Jones looking for an opening. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
For Chicago, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
2 minutes.
The kick out to Ball. And it's off from 3-point range. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Grimes. Here's Big Daddy. Here's the 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And the Bulls decide to take their first time out here. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Dosunmu comes in for Lonzo Ball. Whitey's checked in for Terry. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Jones. .139 left to play here in the second quarter. Mark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
The 3 from George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Pass to Dosunmu. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Maxey, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Maxey against Giddey. Driving inside.
And he's got the speed to get away from defenders. Giddey turning on the Jets there.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Maxey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The 76ers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey, taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Maxey.
The quick-footed, creative Maxey, so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
Maxey hits them both. 17 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Giddey. 5 points in the game. White setting the pick for Giddey to the right side. Here's Vucevic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Chicago Bulls.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
And the key is to follow your routine. Strength, condition, I'm not going to say diet because I'm not on a diet, but all the things you weren't thinking about when you were in school.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. The guard set is Giddey and White. Vucevic is out there with Puzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. To the paint. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Giddey with the bounce pass. Pass to Dosunmu. Drops in the tray. Dosunmu's got 8.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Here's Big Daddy, defended by Dosunmu. Here's Big Daddy, the 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Now here's Dosunmu, guarded closer. The shot misses. Excellent D there from George.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
And that one's good, Maxey.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Giddey the pass to White. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Shoots the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to McCain. From deep, George. It's all in by the Bulls. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
Big Daddy drills the three-pointer. Big Daddy's got 20 points.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. They get a hand on it. Stolen by George. Pass to Big Daddy. It's deflected and stolen by Giddey. White with it. Maxey covering and slam dunk by Vucevic.
No higher percentage shot than that, guys. You love seeing Vucevic finish at the rim like that. Excellent aggressiveness there.
Here's Big Daddy. White covering. The Big Daddy passes to Maxey. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Here's Dosunmu. Offline with his 3.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
From the low block, and Maxey puts it in. Maxey's got 9 points here in the second half.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. 76ers on top, running away with it. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, we've got Butler. Yabusele out there with Edwards. Then there's Gordon. And it's Bona in at the center position. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, it's a quirky release. There's no denying that. But he's a reliable shooter and scorer from the perimeter. Lonzo Ball making it happen.
Gordon up on top. Defended by Horton Tucker. And it's Gordon missing.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Horton Tucker finds Smith. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Bona. From the wing. The kick outside to Butler. Gordon with no one around. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Smith with a screen on Edwards. And it's ball penetrating. It's hauled in by Edwards. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now here's Gordon. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players, so I think it's a good thing overall.
Free throw good from Eric Gordon.
And Gordon just continues to prove why he's so valuable. I mean, he knows he's out there to shoot the ball, and he does it very well.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
I give you no big power. Now we don't make you big guy.